It's time to go on an adventure. All right, what's good, YouTube? It's Jay here. Really quick, we're gonna be taking a quick look at the Adventurer Phantom Knight deck that I'm gonna be playing the rest of this season, probably because I'm excruciatingly bored with Sword Soul and Despia just a little bit. I know I said I need to make more videos on Despia. Bear with me, I'll get to it eventually. So, just gonna go over the deck really quick, what the goal of the deck is, how the engine sort of works. I'm still personally a little new with the whole Adventurer package. I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL on and off over the last few months, but I haven't really had like a full experience against the whole adventure package. But I have a bit of an idea from just a couple of practice games on what the goal of the package is. So 3 Mech C, pretty standard. 3 Phantom Knights, dude, I can never remember the names of these. Phantom Knights, Age of Cloaks, 3 Boots, 1 Gloves, 3 Ash, 1 of the 2 level 3 dangers. You don't need more in my opinion. 1 Psychic Wielder, 1 Psychic Tracker. These are all extenders. These are all level 3 monsters that can get you some kind of play moving forward. We're not running Kagamucha Knight or Tour Guide, because Tour Guide requires to run A's, and that's just a whole bunch of extra kind of bloat when you really want to see the adventurer cards in your hand. There are a couple of things about this I might change. We'll talk about that later. The Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves. I always forget that guy's name. I think we got 1 Torn Scales or 2 Torn Scales, and that's pretty much it for all of like the typical stuff. So for for the Phantom Knights and whatnot, that's pretty typical stuff. Next, we got 2 Water Enchanters of the Temple. 1 Destiny of Celestial, 1 Dasher because we're playing Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer engine, and 1 Wandering Griffin Rider. Next, we got 1 Foolish, 1 Rhoda, 2 Fusion Destiny, 2 Rite of Aramesir, 1 Dracoback, 2 Fateful Adventure, 2 E-Telly, 2 Call By, 2 Forbidden Droplet. In my opinion, this could probably be, I don't know, anything. I guess this is probably a better option. 1 Phantom Knights Wing, 1 Phantom Knights of Shade Brigading, 3 Fogblade, and that's pretty much it for the main deck. We'll get to the extra deck later. Actually, we'll just burn through the extra deck, doesn't matter. 1 DPE, 1 Leviair, 1 Phantom Knights of Break Sword, 1 Raiders Knight, 1 Arc Rebellion Dragon, or Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. I love the combination between these two. 1 Zeus, please ban this card. 1 Link Spider, 1 Cherubini, IP, 1 Verte Anaconda, because we're going to need this. I don't know why this card is limited. I don't think a limit on this card legitimately makes a difference. I don't know. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Bardiche, 1 Appaloosa, or Apollo USA as she's called in many other languages, and 1 Access Code Talker. So that's the deck. Let's kind of talk about the Adventurer engine just a smidgen here. We've got Water Enchantress of the Temple. You can discard her to basically add 1 Rite of Aramesir from your deck to your hand, or if you control an Adventurer token, you can special summon her. But that's kind of somewhat of a secondary ability. So with the ability to add Rite of Aramesir, you're able to get your Adventurer token onto your field. If you control no Adventurer token, special summon 1 Adventurer token. It's a Fairy Earth, level 4, attack 2000, defense 2000 token, pretty much. And then if you don't control Fateful Adventure, which is our other spell card, our contiguous spell card right here, we'll get to that in a second, you're able to just straight up place it in your spell and trap card zone. So once you get your Fateful Adventure on the field, during your main phase, you can add 1 monster that mentions Adventure token from your hand, or from your deck to your hand, then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, which works really well with the PK engine because these cards, plus off of being in the graveyard, you can banish them to get a variety of different effects and do a bunch of other shenanigans, or you can pitch a danger and get its special summon off. That's kind of where the goals are with these cards, or Phantom Knight trap cards, which have graveyard effects and so forth and so forth. But once you do that, you're able to take 1 equipped spell card that mentions Adventurer token from your deck and either add it to your hand or equip it to 1 Adventurer token you control. So we'll talk about the equips. We'll talk about the equipped spell last. But the card that you're going to be searching off of this card is Wandering Griffin Rider. So if you control no monsters or you control an Adventurer token, quick effect, special summon this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated while you control an Adventurer token, shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, negate that activation and destroy that card. So why is this so important? So Wandering Griffin Rider basically allows you to get an Omni Negate on board super early without even using your normal summon. Pitch Enchantress to get your right will get you your token on the field, and the equip spell, which we'll talk about in a minute, I'm sorry, it'll get you Faithful Adventure and it'll get your token on the field. With Faithful Adventure, you get your Wandering Griffin Rider and your equip spell. Wandering Griffin Rider is an odd negate that can literally negate anything, so this card being on the field basically allows you to play through Nibiru or any other hand traps that you just kind of dislike. It's such a damn good card. It's mostly, in my opinion, probably for more of those Nibiru plays. Because, I mean, at the start of this combo, usually when people see these cards activated, unless you have call by, they're probably going to ash something or max see it. But regardless, it's still such a very powerful card to get out on the field if you're able to get it out. So basically, you get an Omni to get on the field, play through Nibiru, you're pretty much set. Very powerful card, very incredible combination of stuff here. Let's talk about Draco back for a hot second. So, you can equip this only to a monster you control. While this card is equipped to a non-effect monster, which in this case would be the Adventure token, target one card your opponent controls, turn it to the hand. It's nuts. So with just a couple of plays and no normal summon use, you get an Omni Negate and a bounce, which is kind of nuts. Now this isn't a quick effect, but it's still an incredible resource to kind of have going into your next turn, because you're more than likely probably still going to have the Adventure. I want to say you're probably going to have the Adventure token on the field still. I have from the couple of games I've had thus far, especially if you don't have to use your Wandering Griffin Rider that turn, you're going to definitely want to keep that token on the field. Activate the ability. Yeah, man, it's just such an insane combination of cards here that allow you to do so much without literally using a normal summon. And then as far as the PK engine is concerned, I mean, the PK engine is a very consistent engine, allows you to do a lot of special summoning, from, you know, based off of where cards are. Cards being in the graveyard are crucial for this deck, you know, being able to search spell and traps, being able to search other Phantom Knight monsters or send them to the graveyard, so forth. The PK engine is, I don't really feel like honestly breaking down the PK engine, but just know it's very consistent. It's relying on its graveyard. It's relying on its ability to send things to the graveyard. Then we obviously got the DPE engine. There's no point in running. There's no point in not running this engine. You're able to do so many shenanigans throughout your turns with all the Phantom Knight cards without locking yourself out of using DPE Link monsters. You're able to go into Verte, get your Fusion Destiny engraved, get DPE out. You know, there's plenty of chances for you in with an Omni Negate, DPE, hand traps, and a couple of negates face down here and there, depending on what your draw is, I guess. I do want to change a couple of things around with this deck, but I'm not entirely certain what yet. We're sitting at 45 cards, which I think might be a little too much, so maybe we'll cut one Adventure and maybe we'll cut one Fog Blade, but I'm not entirely certain. So that's the deck I've got. Replays will be coming soon with this deck. I'm gonna wait till I get out of gold, or at least get to the higher tiers of gold. I haven't played this game in probably consistently in about a month. And so I gotta grind my way through the gold area. If you want to see videos while I play through gold, just so you can kind of see the combos, you know, let me know. I won't try to gloat and say, you know, I just destroyed people with this deck, because I know what rank I'm in. I've encountered some pretty pathetic decks in gold, so I won't have an ego about it. But yeah, if you want to see combos with this deck, even in gold, let me know in the comment section down below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like on it, sub to the channel for more gaming content. And as always, see you later. Peace.